Okay.
You are listening to the Metal is For You podcast with your hosts, Sharky and Chaos, local bands for heavy metal fans.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, metalheads?
Yeah, here we are for another fun show. This is a bit different. We decided to take a somewhat of a political show. Not too much. I don't think it's too, I believe it's safe to say that Nazis are bad. Correct? I'm not wrong in that. I'm not wrong. Okay. So I think most people can get in line with that. Now, the name of this show is Hardcore Antifaschistische, something like that. I'm going to butcher that. That makes me a horrible person. It's the German for anti-fascist. So we have a couple bands. We have one, Terminal Nation, and they are out of Little Rock, Arkansas. And we have another that is St. Louis, Missouri, Redbait. Interested to check them out. I actually went and found them because I was just looking for bands and found out who they were, and they were go ahead and check our music out. So really excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different for me. I'm not really into the whole hardcore scene, but this is going to be a listening adventure for everybody, I guess.
Yeah, it's a scene in of itself. It's an extension of the punk scene. So there's a lot of, radical elements to hardcore, a lot of radical elements to the punk scene, and a lot of messages were put out there, very anti-government, political messages were put out there during those scenes. So you can expect to find a lot of that in hardcore, and the two of these bands are hardcore, but some metal as well. So, because sometimes there are hardcore bands that are like, we're not even metal. Like, no, you're an extension of metal and punk. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on a tangent about music genres.
Let's not.
Let's
let's let the music speak for itself, though.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So, I'm going to start with one here, and it is Redbait, and they have a we put the link in the description. You can find it. Click on their name. It'll take you where you need to go to find their album. So they do have an album out, an LP, I believe it is. I'm not sure what the album is. I'm sorry. I apologize for that because I could have tried to do more research.
Disclaimer, folks. We both looked everywhere to try to find what this name is. So, Redbait, if you're listening, help us out here.
Yeah, we'd love to promote it because we like to help. We do a service, I hope. So, we have a song from an album called Cages. And but before I do play that, or should I do it after? There's a description of the band. It's pretty long-winded. I'd like to read it. It's on their Bandcamp, but we're not going to do that. I'll play the song. So let's just do this. So the name of this song is Capital Gains. It's also off of their album Cages. Here we go. And that, folks, was Redbait. Capital Gains, the name of the song off the album Cages. And that was heavier than I thought it was going to be.
I just want to know how many times the drummer hit the mic. How many times? How many times did you hit your mic? Seriously, I really want to know, because there was no way you did all that and not hit it at least once. At least once.
That's some hard-hitting drumming, I think. The really crunchy, very garagey, and the stuff that Fenris talks about, of like really organic metal. I kind of feel that. I sense a lot of like Pig Destroyer in that direction, which is
vocally I hear like shades of Danny Filth a little bit, and especially when she goes up to her higher tones. And really crunchy bass guitar at that. I mean, please tell me
bass line, a little bass line there in the middle. That's kind of brought you back into it. Kind of like that little line there. But
I couldn't tell if it was distorted or if it was trying to be clean. I couldn't really tell, but I did like it.
It's like a crunch pedal or something.
I did enjoy it. It might have been. I'm not a bassist, so I don't know. But overall, good composition. Again, not really my style of music per se, but I'll get it a half.
Give it a half.
There were parts of it I enjoyed. There were parts of it I didn't. That's just my own personal take.
Yeah, I mean, I like the grindcore scene, and I would give it 2 because just the harshness of it, and it's really intended to be that harsh. Like, it's the angriness that comes out of, the amplifiers, and it's just raw aggression. And I think I thought it was fun to listen to, so I'll give it 2. Have a lot to say on here. This is I'm gonna go through.
Did you even bother just writing down the bullet notes on this?
No,
might have helped.
It didn't. That's why I got all my tabs up. So
oh boy.
This says Redbait did not come from the music scene, but instead from the ranks of St. Louis activists and organizers. The common musical influences for punk, metal, hardcore may be front and center, but it is also combined consciousness of community building, advocacy, workers' rights that one would find in the heart of the group. So they're like a Rage Against the Machine. They're intended to like put a message out there, and they are outspoken about it. Under the current political and economic climate, the post-industrial regions of the Midwest are the battleground of the progress in life. Life in St. Louis and the metropolitan area exist in 2 greatly differing states. It is a roller coaster ride of concurrent tragedy and victory. It is constant hustle, endless struggle, and uphill standoffs between classes, while simultaneously being celebration of diversity, ground zero for intersectional community building, and a parade of underdog triumphs. Redbait naturally reflects this atmosphere in sound and action. So, it's just they're what they've seen through their own eyes and their own hometown and where they grew up at, and seeing the constant struggles in that. They say that embodies their music. And one last paragraph here. The self-proclaimed proletarian crust. The band's major influences include tragedy, hope, conspiracy, dystopia, trial, botch, and nausea. Redbait features ex-members Hellfire Trigger. I've got some bands here. 7 Generations, Resolve, Shallow Breath, and Slaughter Chops. I like that name, Slaughter Chops. After releasing 2008's Red Tape and releasing Cages on vinyl. So that was in 2018. That last album, that was a couple years ago. And on New Age Records in 2009, look for their LP, will be released in December. Okay. So that was an older album. We're going to take a listen to, I think, something that's a newer album. So.
Uh-oh, he's thinking. Shit.
Yep, that might hurt a little. Don't do that to me. Put me on the spot. Okay, so this album is called Red Tape. So yeah, this is newer. This album is newer.
Newer. Well, let's find out what we got.
Alrighty. This song is called We Refuse. That's We Refuse. I loved it. I fucking loved that. But yeah, I like both, but honestly, this just takes the cake. Is the riffs? I loved the breakdown. It was more than just like a punk. It was definitely hardcore elements in it, and structured very differently than the previous song we had listened to. I thought this was fantastic. You could just chant to it.
Well, whatever they're refusing to, I'm sure they got the message, because that's a hell of a refusal.
That's one hell of an indictment, my friend.
Yeah, one of the listeners actually made his own assessment. Greg, I see you. Please put some clothes on.
Uh-oh. No. I'll look it.
He says, from his assessment, he's stating punk meets hardcore thrash is what he's saying out of this.
I don't know. I don't know about
I don't
thrash.
really see any thrash in here. Hardcore and punk, yes, but I'm not really hearing thrash.
Yeah,
not in the traditional sense, anyway.
Well, there are some quick riffs in there, something like that. Whatever. There was some fast riffing going on, but there was a lot of like hardcore stuff. It was a blend of things, but aside from just being genre specific, I think this. I know there are a few left wing metal bands out there, and this one is Napalm Death being one that is out there as well. I would put this in the category of probably one of my favorite leftist acts to listen to. This song really put me in. Like, I really want to listen to this album. That was kick ass.
It was my own personal opinion. This track was better than the first one. I'm still not really convinced as being a fan per se, but at least it's got me looking at it a little bit closer.
Yeah, it's an interesting song. And you can check them out. They got a Bandcamp. You should be able to find that under their name. Again, we got their Facebook's tagged on here, so you can just do a little clickaroo, clickaroni, if you want to take a look at them. So, Redbait, great job.
Clickaroni.
You made clickaroni. Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure that just happened.
Be paying attention to Wikipedia, folks. It'll be up within the hour.
Anyway, Redbait, you made a fan out of me. I'd love to listen to Red Tape. So, I'm going to go to... Got another band here. This is... and they are from... Look at it. There's Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock, Arkansas. The home of the Clintons. Oh, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, it's Arkansas.
And terrible roads, too. Like, you ever drive through... At least the last time I was in Little Rock... Fuck. It's just... Shakes your... Gives you a fucking aneurysm.
It's like Little Rock, Bentonville.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Couple truck drivers here, so we're going to talk about roads in the middle of a metal podcast, of course.
Hey, we were listening to metal while we were on those terrible roads.
That's true. You know, I have... okay, so... previous episode... Maybe not the previous episode. The one before it, I was drinking... Sailor Jerry's. I still have...
From a cracking glass. From a cracking glass. You blasphemer.
I offended the Kraken. So I still have that bottle. I'm not going to drink from that, but instead, I'm going to go even lower. So you can give me that L right now. I'll just take the L. I got a Budweiser. Okay, go ahead. Throw the knives right at me. Look, my neighbor gave it to me when I was outside. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll just take it then. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like, this and Bud Light usually just taste like fermented piss. The way I see it.
Didn't he also give you something else?
Yeah, some gross ass seafood mussels. And it was sort of like you open the pizza box and there's half a pizza. It was supposed to be like that, but it was a bunch of shellfish, and it's like, I've never had this stuff. And I am probably gonna vomit if I try this right now. So I didn't. But he also was like, here, man, just take these beers. So there's like a little, I don't know why I'm giving you the backstory where I got this Budweiser. I guess I'm just trying to say that I usually don't drink Budweiser. And I don't have anything to drink besides Sailor Jerry. And I don't want to go there right now. So anyway. That being said, I went on my little rant. I feel safe now. You don't have to beat me up. Fucking drinking that shit fucking beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a segment called What is Sharky Drinking Today?
Bullshit, basically. Oh, man. The one thing that is at least redeemable about it is the fact that it's still cold. Okay.
That's a mild redeeming quality.
Very minor. Yeah, very small. So, let's get back into this. Terminal Nation, Little Rock, Arkansas, the home of the worst roads. And got a link to their Facebook as well. so you can check them out. And they have a website where you can get their merchandise. That's kind of cool. So we're going to go and check them out. They have a new album, and it is called Holocene Extinction. It's not out yet, but it will on August 7th of this year. So, looking forward to that.
Well, we would hope it's not August 2nd of next year, because then it's like, okay, this is like promoting way early.
Well, it would be the 7th of next year because it's on the 7th, not the 2nd. So, August 7th of this year, Holocene Extinction. That's the name of the song as well, self-titled song. And we're going to go give it a, dare I say, a listeroni.
Yeah. I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
You ass clown.
Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. That, my friends and comrades, was Terminal Nation, Holocene Extinction. Holocene Extinction being the name of the song and the album that is coming out on August 7th of this year. So that was pretty fucking good. And the lots of chugging. I like that. Just like that really deep, just something about like detuned guitars and chugging. Not so much like chugging the spear, though.
Then why do you keep doing it? I gotta.
What? What?
It's like you're complaining about chugging the beer, but yet you keep doing it.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Bubbles on the other end. Well, because that's a good question, actually.
Even better question.
It's
Why do you
because
live in
it's
Chicago.
Well, don't take me there yet. God damn, you're just shoving it into fifth gear. All right, I'm chugging this.
Anyway, moving on.
Because it's cold, and it's a cold beer. And just a cold beer tastes good, you know. The music's leagues above better than Budweiser. Okay, like that's that's not a fair comparison. That's not even a fair comparison. Okay,
No, it isn't.
so anywho,
So
fuck this
anyway.
beer. Me drinking it. All right. So what do you think of this song then?
Well,
Oh,
honestly, it's kind of hard to generate an opinion because there's a lot of different elements going on here.
yeah. It's very doom sounding, and some hardcore influences in there, but I recognize a lot of doom, very heavy extreme doom, and death metal. I would think.
Well, death metal vocals, definite. Doom, just for the very slow burn on the guitars and everything else
Right.
included. The drums were very, very slow. I mean, it's like almost an offbeat kind of slow,
Yeah.
which I liked. Don't think I didn't like that. That was good.
Oh, he loved it.
Well, I'm a drummer, so duh.
Okay, I'll give you that.
But here's where my issue is. Between the guitar and the bass, couldn't tell which was which at all.
They were that low. They were that low tuned.
They were that low tuned and that distorted.
Yeah, I think that adds to the heaviness of it. Like, for me, I don't think that's a criticism much as more as like a unique quality of the song. Like, songs are, the way they're mastered, you know, they're trying to blend the bass along with the guitars. I mean, I often use my 8-string guitar as a bass on some songs that I do. So, you know, really low stuff like that, yeah, sometimes it can't register, you know. But
I get it.
yeah.
I do get it. It's just I'm coming from a more traditional metal kind of style.
Where did you and I take different approaches to metal a lot of the times too, like because you are very into the, you know, you're a progressive, not progressive, the power. You're a power metal fan, you know, and that's your like wheelhouse. But for me, power metal on my end, I don't know how to criticize it that well, and there's not a whole lot of power metal bands that I really like. So, like, I like really extreme weird shit that like can sound as destructive as possible. So like, I guess on my end on the spectrum on my perspective of music, I think you know, the harshness of that and you know, is how really doomy and that as well. I think this would be, you know, an interesting album to listen to, really.
Honestly, it's just one song.
We're gonna get
I'd
you
like
another
to hear
one.
I'd like to hear another one, and then I might actually be able to garner an actual opinion about this group.
Well, here comes another one. This is called Master Plan off the same album, Holocene Extinction. And I almost felt a Budweiser belch coming, but it didn't come. Okay. So this one's called Master Plan. That is Master Plan from Holocene Extinction. Well, from Terminal Nation off the album Holocene Extinction. And, hey, you could definitely hear the bass in between the guitars on this one.
Oh, yeah. That sounded like a blend of Beatdown and Doom together.
I felt like I was getting my ass kicked by the Grim Reaper. Like, on this album, for Holocene Extinction, it has like this Grim Reaper character just like looming over like a power plant, like holding a pocket watch. It's, yeah, I feel like that Reaper is coming to get me listening to this music. It's very
that pocket watch up your ass.
Yeah, that's very evil as well. Just it's yeah, that's one heavy hitting song, man. I like that. You know, one thing I didn't do on this podcast yet, I have not switched to their pictures on the video, so I'm gonna just like do this really quick. So I had a little thing for Redbait. And we got a little thing there for Terminal Nation. So at least have some visuals, even though there's not much, because Sharky has the dumb. And I forgot. I blame this. So.
Yeah. You haven't drank enough of that to actually blame that.
You know, I did have a pot cookie earlier, so that might explain a little bit of this.
That might have actually explained it a little better. You didn't tell me that.
I didn't tell you that because I forgot.
Of course you forgot. It's pot. It's a pot cookie.
It just now came back to me like, oh shit, am I?
It's like, oh yeah. Duh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's enlightening. Yeah, it's so anyway, yeah, this band is not as upfront about message. I guess it's more or less like adding this dramatic imagery in their music. The feel of the music is comes with that. A lot of apocalypse related stuff. As far as I think, I don't know. I'm judging too much based on an album I haven't listened to all the way. But yeah, definitely kind of that dark dystopia apocalypse feel. The vocals, I did notice a little bit. If you ever listen to Fear Factory's first album, Soul of a New Machine, that's what his vocals sound like to me. Really, really early Fear Factory.
I've only listened to Fear Factory after hearing you talk about them, so
Yeah, they got a lot of albums. But yeah, the first Fear Factory album, the vocals, those kind of death metal vocals kind of reminded me of that. But yeah, sounds like good stuff.
And just so you are aware, Sharky, our buddy, our little redneck friend is in here.
Oh, God.
And he's handing you an L.
Okay, well, in that case, I will take that L and I will convert it and turn it to a fuck you.
That's because that's what Sharky does.
I'm only accepting W's right now. Fuck your L's. Okay.
Well, Terminal Nation is going to get a W from me because now you got me interested. I like this track.
Super.
It's still not necessarily my scene of music, and I'm being really, really nice here. I will at least check out more. But as far as what is presented here on the show today,
true to that. So, I guess we're going to wrap this little bad boy up. And if you were interested in getting reviewed or know somebody, contact them, let us know. Because we're not going to review a band unless we have their consent. We'd rather do that. And we do have an email. What's the email?
The email is themetalistreview@gmail.com.
Awesome. I had you say that because I forgot what it was.
Pot cookie.
Yeah. Yep. So,
But anyway, also, folks, be looking out. We are going to be doing episodes every Wednesday. So
That's very funny.
Be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
Don't mind Bubbles. She's
Yeah.
laughing at something else.
Every Wednesday, we're going to try to put
shit.
some up. So,
Hey, Chucky says no W's allowed for Sharky.
W's. I'm getting on the chat. No W's allowed. Damn it, Chuck.
Dang it, Hooker.
Dang it. Just keep only receiving W's in here. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'll take an L just for trying to do a Hank Hill right now. I will accept one for that. So let's go ahead and end it up. So cool. Talk to you later. See you later.
Have fun. We keep it metal.